taught and practice a little, and then you do your work well. But to entertain means that you keep having to reinvent and do things and catch up with the world dynamics, things that are going on. In our time, the kind of music we dance to is different from what we dance to today. In fact, there's this current dance step that I don't think I'll ever be able to dance till I leave this world. Because it's too, for me, it's too energetic and too stressful. All the it's not there. Okay. So entertainment really is dynamic and is moving very rapidly. And one thing I'm particularly grateful for is that all over the world, the Nigerian entertainment industry is recognized. I remember a day I was just walking in the mall, I think in Dubai, and then I just heard this music. And in fact, it was my first time of hearing the music. He said, suddenly. And he said, I think it's P Square.
The bunch, suddenly.
I'm like, really? In this place? At another time, it was in Hungary. I was in the mall also. And Nigerian music was blaring on the speakers in the mall. And this is the story now all over, even in the Netherlands. Yeah. I hear Nigerian music
on the radio, yeah,
when I go out. And so many things that we've achieved in the industry. But apart from the fact that we've become popular, which is what I'm talking about, we've also made a lot of money as a country through this
music. Yeah.
So there's no country worth its salt that would belittle anything to do with the entertainment industry. I remember the other day, India was celebrating, Ambassador Olaitan, was it 100 years or 75 years? 100 years of their relationship with Netherlands. And they brought a cultural troupe to come and do a dance drama in Amsterdam. And we were all invited, and the king was there with his wife, the queen. And it just shows you the strength of entertainment, how important it is. And I want you to know that I'm not just playing lip service because you are here. I've always believed in the entertainment and the culture of Nigeria. When I was ambassador in Budapest, that was when I developed this magazine, this brochure. It's called Arts, Culture and Tourism in Nigeria. Just to showcase what we had. And when you flip through everybody will get a copy today. When you flip through it, you see all our musicians, our Nobel laureates, all our authors who wrote books, Chinua Achebe, Wole Soyinka, Ngozi, Chimamanda, right? Chimamanda. I'm always fixing them. Okay, Chimamanda, and so on and so forth. We will talk to you about Fela, about the talking drum, and so many things. That's, I believe, a lot in our entertainment industry. So I'm glad you are here representing that industry. And I want you to know that you are preaching to be converted. Because I don't really need any encouragement to understand the value and the import of what you bring to the table. Aside from entertainment, I also feel that this is our best kept secret.
Food.
Nigerian food. We don't share it enough with the world. Something like akara and moi should be sold in fast food joints. You know the beautiful thing about moi? A vegetarian can eat it. A non-vegetarian like myself can eat it. You just cut some liver and put inside with an egg, and I'm at home. For a vegetarian,
Nothing.
Just pepper. Mix it, and it's fine. And so many other things that we have like that we're not promoting. But you are doing the bit you can in that field. You'll get a copy of this as we go along. So I just want to say again that I'm happy that you are here, and that despite the fact that you're in different fields and sometimes in competing fields, like the 6 DJs in the same family, you still found a basis on which to interact and to come together as a team. I want to appreciate the UNP for thinking it worthy to just bring the team together so that we're not working at cross purposes. I really thank you for that, and I would like to encourage that we remain united for individual benefits and also for the unified benefit, for the benefit of our fatherland. This is very important because there's an adage in Yoruba that says, I will say it in Yoruba first, Ojú ọ̀run tẹ́yẹ fò láì fara kanra. I will explain. The sky is large enough for all the birds to fly without disturbing themselves. You know what I mean? There's enough space
For competition.
for each person to excel and do the best that they can. So please, thank you. Eat the food on your plate. Please, bon appetit, because it will get cold again. So I just want to urge you that as you are in the process of building your brand, you know that like that my sister from Washington University, from the day I saw her, I knew that she has a lot of passion in her person. Yeah, and that's no surprise as she's doing so many things. And for somebody at that level to perform at the level she does with a lot of joy, you know that it's just a matter of time she's going places. So, but as you build this brand, you should be careful to also maintain a good reputation because of the future. Many times, especially when we're raising children, I'm glad you came with your son. You should always show them the picture of that future so that nothing they do in the present will hinder that future. You know? Somebody like Obama, when he was young, he had a vision that he would get somewhere. Even though there was an error in his growing up about using, what's it called now? Cannabis or whatever. By the time he realized the error of his ways, he quickly wrote it down, put it out there. But he knew everybody to quickly see, yes, I misbehaved at some point, but I'm straight now and I'm doing things properly. So, I just want to say it's very important that in doing this business, we maintain a good reputation and maintain the kind of way in which we'd like to be perceived, which is what is responsible for my own attitude towards this diplomacy. Because I know where I'm going. I may not know exactly, but I have an idea. Because from when I was young, I always felt as if I was going to deal in the upper echelon of the Nigerian society. How that came to be, I don't know. But it informed my decisions, the steps I take, and the way I conduct myself. So in coming on this journey, I inquired of the Lord what I should be doing as a diplomat. And he said to me that your journey of international diplomacy will rest on 3 I's at the beginning. Inclusion for Nigerian citizens and the host country. Image building for Nigeria. Said because our image is really, really battered, that you need to do the best you can to build that image. The third one, he said, investment drives. And the Lord explained it to me that this thing you are going to do is costing your country a lot of money to send you out there. The least you can do is improve the bottom line in Nigeria as well. How many things can you attract back to Nigeria? So that that investment will be worth the while of the country that sent you. That was why the first thing I did when I got to post was this Nigeria land of opportunities, is to showcase the investment opportunities in Nigeria. you know. So, image building, inclusion, investment drives. That was the first tour of duty I had in Budapest while covering Croatia, Bosnia Herzegovina, and Serbia. And to the glory of God, I was able to achieve a lot on behalf of Nigeria. I'll not mention everything, but there's one I'm very proud of. That one is getting additional 50 scholarship slots from the Hungarian government through Stipendium Hungaricum for Nigerian students. And prior to that, they were not allowed to study medicine under that program. They could do many other things, but medicine was not included. But after they gave us that 50 additional slots, they allowed Nigeria to start studying medicine under Stipendium Hungaricum. So I am glad that at the end of the day, I can look back on so many other achievements and say, well, I succeeded on my first tour of duty. So when I was coming on this second tour of duty, I said, God, what would you have me do? Because you see, as a Christian, you must constantly check with your source. That's what I do. And at that time, what I got was that you need to include innovation in your in the 3 eyes you had before. It will now be 4. I said, okay. Innovation in service delivery. Innovative ideas of getting things done, basically, is what I'm doing now in order to actualize my goals here. And I'm very thankful that in spite of the pandemic here, because when I arrived, they had just started opening up in May last year. I haven't been 1 year in this country, but already I've been able to do quite a number of stuff for which you should all be proud. One of them, because I don't want to tell you every single thing that I've done. You know, some of you have an idea, especially if you follow us on our social media handles, which is why this card is in the bag we're going to give you today. So that since you are all media people, you need to be following us. You need to help us even attract followership to that platform since we are working together. But one thing I'm very glad about is that by January this year, I got a call that I needed to complete the tenure for the African group in OPCW as chair of council. I want you to bear in mind that I only resumed last year, May. I only attended one executive council before then, which was in July. And at that time, everything sounded like Greek. The next one I was to attend, I think was in October. Was it October or November? October. But at that time, Nigeria sent me for another meeting elsewhere. So I couldn't attend. So I didn't have much to learn from. To the glory of God, I was able to chair EC 99. And I was able to do it well with the little time. So what that meant is that even you as a Nigerian, now, if somebody who was there sees you, will say, oh, you're from Nigeria. Oh, you're an ambassador. They will say 1 or 2 good things. So this is why it's so crucial for each and every one of us to do the bit we can when we can. Because collectively, it adds to either our value or our liability. You know, so in this place, in a short time, then I think I should mention one other one because you're in the media industry. I was approached, I think late last year, by the director of protocol that they want me to be on a TV program, Clockhouse, in the Netherlands, that they use it to teach their young children between the ages of 6 and 13. I'm sure your son will know that program. You do, right?
Yes, I know it.
Yeah. So, and she said one thing. She said, I see that you're active on social media. That's why we picked you. What did they want to do? They wanted to teach their children about what it means to be an ambassador. So they called they decided that the program people, they will come and feature the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then they will feature their own ambassador serving in Belgium. And they now chose me as the ambassador, who is a foreign ambassador in the Netherlands. And they said it's because we see that you are active on social media and we may be able to, you may want to participate. Long story short, we participated and I think the program aired on the 6th of April in this country. So even the average Dutch now say, oh, Nigerian ambassador. What we do is very important. I'm not here to sing my praises to you. I'm just saying to you that, well, I'm trying to make you proud of me. And I'm hoping and trusting God that you will make me proud of you in the things you do. So I want to urge you to partner with the mission in this task so that we can actively engage all our citizens. Like DJ Buditi has said, it's helped us with promoting some issues, especially the issue of registration of Nigerians in the Netherlands. I want us all to use our different platforms, like The Voice has been doing a lot in this regard, not just for Nigeria, but for other African countries. I think before he ever met me, he carried the pictures of my presentation of letter of credence. That's the kind of support that we can give to ourselves. I want to say to you that when you say we should forge a better relationship with you, it's as if we didn't have a good relationship before. So I want to completely debunk that and say it's a totally uncalled for statement. And I will tell you why. I don't mind being criticized, but there's no basis for that. Because when I came, I was lucky that they could do my presentation of letter of credence the normal way. But in spite of that, normally 3 officers would have followed me, they allowed only 1. Even in presenting the letter to the king, if you look at the picture of that presentation, I have to put it on a breastwork like this one. The king stood like this, I stood like this. We couldn't shake hands, so it wasn't normal. This country was not open for you to do just anything. It's only recently now that we even started meeting face to face. The only engagement we've had here, and if you've listened to my 3 eyes or 4 eyes, as the case may be now, you know a critical part of that eye is the only main thing I've done since I came. And what's that for me? The activity I've had. You can't remember. Madam Festa, you were there. Investments. Yes. That we did at Leonardo Hotel last year. When we think things were opening up, in fact, what affected attendance that day was that they brought out a new restriction order again. That it's like, so people had to be calling me, is this still going to hold and all that? It was a good outing. We had a number of people in attendance, but it would have been much better. So what am I trying to say? We haven't had anything really other than that, apart from the work we're doing at the embassy. So to say a better relationship is like, on what basis? We haven't really had any social engagement. And when you are bringing your entertainers, you have not involved us, and we've shunned you. There's one entertainer that is reigning ahead, Warner Boy. I understand he came to Netherlands recently, although I wasn't around. Pardon? Thursday last week. Yes. He didn't even ask to see us at the embassy. And I don't know, maybe you knew about it.
It was supposed to have been held last year, but because of the COVID-19, they changed the date to Thursday last week.
Yeah. So when you are bringing those people, you can be sure that the embassy stands ready to receive them, to support as much as we can. Do you understand? Look at today now. Okay, even before I came, I came this morning. I got a call from one of our defense attaches that he was around in Netherlands and all that. I said, no problem, I'm not around, but I'll let you know as soon as I come. So when I got in today, I gave him a call, said I'm back. They were the people I received just before we started this meeting. He came with 3 other people. The work I'm doing here is to look out for you, look after you. The welfare of the average Nigerian is my business. Do you understand? I don't see it as me doing you a favor. I see it as me doing my duty. It's my reasonable service. While I was on that flight, I met a young Nigerian who incidentally we just chatted, and unfortunately, I don't know if you are aware, they cancelled all flights going to the UK today. He was supposed to be going to the UK. So he now called me and he said he didn't know where to go in Amsterdam. I said, well, I have one of my colleagues at the embassy who lives in Amsterdam. I'll ask him whether he can guide you. So I connected them. So I already told that one that worst case scenario, if he has nowhere to stay, then maybe he has to come to the Hague until he departs. This is not something we're doing to garner any popularity. It's just the way we feel it should be, and it's the way we have been. We believe in open door policy at this embassy, and we do the best we can. But where we are not told about something, nobody can hold us responsible for it. If you don't tell me you are coming or you want to come, you cannot say I didn't allow you to come. So that's just it. If I have not done any entertaining, you cannot say I'm not cooperating with you. If pandemic made the country closed and we couldn't do anything, there's nothing I can do about it. Even now that the country has politically said you can stop wearing a mask, we've decided that we'll keep this mask mandate at this embassy. You know why? Have you seen the news from China?
Yeah, Shanghai.
Yeah.
It's not only Shanghai, it's many places in China. It's like 1/3 of the entire population of China has issues with COVID as we speak.
Yes.
So please, even in your liberty, don't take instructions about your health from any government. Use wisdom. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
COVID is still in town. So because we don't know who will catch COVID and it will become problematic. So it's just safer. Honestly, nobody enjoys wearing masks all the time. But I prefer it that way. If I'm with my household, there have been times in this house that even my own child, they will have to wear masks. Yes, because at the end of the day, we don't want anybody to be sick. So please, let's be guided in these things. I don't know where I was today, and the person said, why am I wearing a mask? I think it was in the market. I said, because I choose to. That's all. We're not competing with anybody. So please, this country has only just started opening up. I even heard another comment that I've not been doing party since I came. I don't do meeting without purpose. I'm not going to do party because if my predecessors, maybe they did party. Yeah? If there is a basis to party, I will party. But if there is no basis to party,
It's not necessary.
have you invited me for your event and I didn't show up?
One.
So please, when you say I should cooperate better, it's not called for. It's true. I will get to the other issues you raised and answer the questions. So I need your support in registering Nigerians in the Netherlands. You are in the media industry. The reason is this, God forbid, what happened in Ukraine, nobody could have predicted it. And when the thing became problematic, those who even had maybe citizenship of Ukraine, I don't know, did they carry them?
No.
They left our people. So at the end of the day, even if you have naturalized to Netherlands, better remember that you're still in Nigeria. Abi? Just register for what is what. In our own country, dual citizenship is acceptable. It may not be acceptable here, but it is acceptable to us. So register first. And by God's grace, even that their own policy here, over time, I believe they will change it. I'm trusting God that they will. So please, register and encourage others to do so. We're not going to do anything with your information. There's nothing some people are scared to give the information because they feel that maybe you want to use it for whatever purpose. We're not using your information for anything other than to know that these are the number of Nigerians we have in the Netherlands. If you don't give us that information, nobody will. So I want to encourage you to please do so. Yes, there's another point here that I was graciously reminded of. I want you to understand, I've said it in a way, but I want to reiterate it. As we consider Nigerian citizens in diaspora as our assets, I will tell you in clear data, the diaspora remittances of Nigerians to Nigeria, that's the one that went through the official channel, outstrips foreign direct investments by up to 5 times. Are you with me? Yes. So we don't joke with you. We know that your money helps in sustaining our country and our people back home. So whatever is required to support you, we will give it to the glory of God. I want you to please have faith in your country. This is one plea that I have. No matter how bad things may be in Nigeria, never join another person to run it down. I'll tell you why. It's wisdom. Everybody packages their own thing. When you watch movies made in the Western world, do they have any slums? When they talk about themselves, do they have wicked people amongst them? Do they have killers? But when we talk about ourselves, we start cursing Nigeria first by ourselves. And then we expect that country to prosper and to be good for us. It doesn't work. These people, they know how to package their own things. They will make sure that which is in that you know about their country is the best. When I don't want to mention names, now that president of America that just left, when they were all complaining behind the closed doors, did they come to national TV to lambast him? No. But in our own case, we abuse our leaders. We run down everything, even including me now. People that don't know me from Adam, they will insult me black and blue. One person was standing in front of the embassy the other day and said, I even want to go and sit in the office of that your ambassador or something. I said, I was standing next to him in India. Why do you want to come and sit in my office? What did I do to you? He said he was just joking. He said, funny joke. You know? Yeah. So, no reverence, no respect for our own things. Me, before you will catch me run down Nigeria, it's not possible. Unless I won't even run down Nigeria. Me and my husband will talk about critical things that need to be fixed. I'm not blind to them, but I will not run down Nigeria for your benefit. I will seek to understand and explain. The things I'm not happy about, I will talk about it in a constructive manner, and I will also pray about them. And then I will now do one thing that is important. I will do my bit. I will try to make a difference in my own sphere of existence. I will make sure that I give the example that you are looking for, which is the attitude that we should all have. So, I want to say that you should please continue to have faith in Nigeria because there's no place like home. Anytime I go to Nigeria, I feel so good, honestly. It's so wonderful. I'll tell you one funny reason. I can just go to my friend's house and say, boy, I'm coming home. Say, what are you going to eat? I said, is it amala or rice? I said, amala. Say, okay, you start making it now. I didn't tell her before. I just walked. Yesterday, I had to attend a wedding on my way to the airport. So I took the cloth that I would travel with, and I already dressed up for the wedding, just to honor a friend whose daughter was getting married. So after the wedding, my husband and I just thought, okay, the church is close by. Let's go to church and I will change there. Because we thought about the other friends' houses nearby. It will be more difficult to get to the airport. So we went to church. Our church, they opened the office, and I changed and started going to the airport. Please, how many churches can you just drive to now? And you want to change? Change to what? You know, there's such liberty that we have at home that you can never have anywhere else. Anywhere you go, you're a second class citizen.
Exactly.
It's only in Nigeria that you can say, don't you know who I am? Yes. Because you are your father's child in Nigeria. So please, I just want to plead with you to continue to uphold that which we have and look for ways to fix what we don't have and pray that God in His mercy will keep us together. God has been keeping us in Nigeria. When you look at COVID, what it did to the rest of the world, and how it spared us, you know that God indeed loves us. So before I answer your question, let me round up by saying, I thank you for finding time to come. I will stand ready to work with you. We would do, support. Definitely. I remember there was one artist in Budapest. The guy was studying masters in architecture. He's into what you call, no, not the saxophonist.